Hi everyone, it's Marla, and today I just really quickly wanted to share my junk journal with you. I've been having so much fun working on this. This is one of the funnest projects I've done in a while, just because I love the randomness of it. You know, I didn't have to think too hard about anything. I just threw everything in there, and I made it very vintage and distressed, so I just had a lot of fun with like distressing my pages and making pockets, and it was just so much fun. So I just want to show you what's going on with my cover here. Now, most of my pages are from the Prima Moulin Rouge collection, but I also had this old collection from Costco that I've had in my stash for a long time, and a lot of those papers coordinated really nicely with the Prima, and so it kind of ended up that I just kind of used all those vintage style papers in this whole album, or in this whole journal. So my cover is 6 by 9. This pretty paper is again the Prima Moulin Rouge. These trims over here, this one is the brown one from Joann's that I love, and I use that one all the time. This one I bought off Etsy, and I'll link it below in the description box for you guys so you can find where I bought that. This Prima flower I have been hoarding. I've had this in my collection, and I guess I shouldn't say I've been hoarding it. I've actually just been waiting to find the perfect project for it, because it just, you know, the browns, and it just didn't quite fit some of my other projects I was working on, and it fit this one perfectly. So I was so excited to use this flower. And so this is a Prima chip piece tucked in behind here from the Reflections collection. And these leaves are the Prima Lovely Fabric leaves that I've just fallen in love with lately. And this little keyhole is by Melissa Francis. And so when you open it up, it's kind of fun. I just did some different tags in here, and I distressed all my pages already. This one over here, I have a pocket and it's a little tag that pulls out there. And this one, I didn't mention this before, but I also used these tags from the K & Company Life Stories collection, so that's from there, and I distressed the edges. And I just made a little photo mat on the back. Now this is just some journaling paper I had, and I actually printed up this paper back when I was making journals when I first started my Etsy store, but so I had some leftover paper, but it was totally stark white, and it didn't really go with my vintage theme. So what I did was just distress it with Glimmer Mist. I sprayed it all down, and then I did a bunch of distressing with antique linen distressings, and it made it look really kind of distressed and vintage. And then it also kind of gave it this wrinkled effect because of the Glimmer Mist, because it got wet. And I was going to iron it out, but I actually really like how it just adds to the distress, so I ended up just leaving it. So all these pages are the same, you know, distressed that way. Here's another tag from the Life Stories collection. Another little photo mat right here, and some journaling on the back. And this page, this is basically just craft cardstock that I wrinkled up, flattened back out, and then used my distress inks over. And then I also stamped on it with some script stamp just throughout the page. And I have a whole mini album that I made pockets using this technique, so every pocket looks similar to this. So I'll link it here on the screen somewhere so that you can check that out if you'd like. And now this one, again, just some more of that really pretty paper. I made a pocket here. Now, if you guys have watched my recent videos, my last pocket tutorial was on this pocket, a different size, of course, but the basic idea, and that's how I came up with that pocket idea, is I wanted pockets for my junk journal that had the binding piece that didn't interfere with the pocket. So that's how I came up with this idea, and then I made a tutorial. So if you guys are interested in that video, I'll link it either below or here on the screen somewhere if you'd like to see how I made the pockets with the binding piece on it. And here's some actual vintage antique book page, and it's The Hunchback of Notre Dame is the book I have, and I didn't do any distressing to this. This is just how the book just naturally aged to look like, and it's really cool. So I just have to be really careful with these pages though. Okay, and these are just a couple craft journaling sheets that I threw in there. Another big place for my photos and things for my journal. Again, the Life Stories piece right there. This is from Life Stories, the Kane Company collection. Just the little things. And just a few more little tags. This is a postcard ephemera sheet that I have. I think I purchased that on Etsy. This one's a paper bag, actually, so it opens like this, so I can put a bunch of tags or pictures in there if I want. And I just covered both sides of the paper bag with paper. Again, more of that distressed journaling paper. And okay, and this one, this is actually my favorite page. I love how this turned out. This is one of those vintage paper bags, and what I did is create a flap with it so it opens up, and then inside the pockets I have some distressed tags. So it opens up, and then there's this music sheet paper, which I didn't really want it all straight, so I kind of, when I glued it down to my page, I turned it sideways. So it's a little off-center like this. So I think that turned out really cute. I like that one. And then over here, just more of that vintage paper. I distressed all my edges. I haven't really been mentioning that, I don't think, but another postcard, and I put some of the music note paper on the back. More journaling pages. Here's another pocket. So as I mentioned, this is the side loading pocket that I have the tutorial. It's the same tutorial as the other one I showed, just shows the binding piece. So there's that pocket. Here's a piece of grunge paper that I sprayed down with Glimmer Mist, and then I distressed the edges quite a bit, and it is seeming a little bright to me right now, so I don't know if I'm going to go back and try to distress it a little bit more, because there are a lot of blues in here, but this one just seemed a little too dark, so I don't know, I'll do something with that to grunge it up a little bit more. And this page says description of activity, and it's all distressed, and again, that's from the Kane Company Life Stories collection. And more vintage paper, more journaling pages. This one I used some of the antique book page on my corners on this page. And the back of it had these lines, so it's perfect for journaling. I just distressed it all up. I did stamp this image. Another antique book page. More journaling papers. And just another big place for photos with some of that vintage paper. The back is just like craft cardstock that I distressed. And more journaling pages. Another little photo mat. And we're almost there. Another couple pages for journaling. And my back page is this pocket, and I just have a few tags that pull out of there. And here's the back cover, just more of that pretty paper. So there you have it. It was so much fun. I loved doing this, and since this one turned out really grungy, now I am totally inspired to make a totally different style one, and make it a little bit more bright and maybe flowery and you know, brighter colors. So anyways, I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that. So thank you so much. I really appreciate all the feedback I get from you all. You guys are so kind and so thoughtful. So I really, really appreciate all your kind comments. So thank you all so much, and I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.